The world has lost a legacy to boxing, civil rights, and Louisville. Rahman Ali, the younger brother of Muhammad Ali, has died. He had just turned 82. That's your top story here at 6:30. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alex Dieterer. Sentiments from city leaders have been pouring in all day. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley shows how Louisville is remembering him.
Knowing that Muhammad's journey wouldn't have been possible in the way that we've come to experience it without the support of his little brother, Rahman Ali.
The younger brother and right-hand man to the historic Muhammad Ali, Rahman Ali, died Friday evening at 82 years old. He was active in the community up until he was hospitalized for an illness 2 weeks before he died.
That's him there at the table.
This picture taken 3 weeks ago with friend and mentor Reverend Charles Elliott Jr.
We had a program that Rahman got his brother Muhammad to give us $180,000 to feed people.
Rahman was alongside his brother in civil rights activism and benefiting the community however they could.
So you didn't see him walk around and as loud and as boisterous as his brother, but on so many occasions with me and other people in the community, he would whisper in our ears, "Keep fighting, you're doing good, champ, keep moving."
A boxer in and out of the court, just like his older brother. Rock leading quietly in the background. For everyone who loves him, they hope he's by his brother's side again, who he missed so much. For WHAS 11, I'm Clarice Shaley on your side.
Funeral arrangements have not been set yet, according to a statement posted on social media by the family. The Muhammad Ali Center is speaking with the family on how to memorialize him there. Former Special Councilman Jack Smith is now under federal investigation. Smith investigated then-candidate Donald Trump for his re-election to a second term. Trump and other Republican officials have accused Smith of violating the Hatch Act, which is a federal law that bans certain public officials from engaging in political activity. They thought his conduct was designed to help former President Joe Biden and former Vice President Kamala Harris, but they didn't offer any evidence of wrongdoing. The Office of Special Counsel, an independent federal agency, confirmed the investigation today. In the lead up to the November 2024 presidential election, Smith prosecuted 2 federal cases against then Republican candidate Trump. Smith ultimately dropped the cases. Neither one had gone to trial after Trump was reelected. Smith then resigned as special counsel. Well, new here at 6:30, boos for the most harsh critic of outgoing Senator Mitch McConnell in the race to replace him. That was the scene at the Fancy Farm political picnic today. WHAS 11 was there as many in West Kentucky rejected Senate candidate Nate Morris's anti-McConnell message. Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton have the highlights, the jokes, and the speech from the 83-year-old McConnell himself.
Of the 3 U.S. Senate candidates here at Fancy Farm, Nate Morris, unsurprisingly, got the most personal with his jokes against his opponents, most notably Daniel Cameron, where he again brought up his connection with Senator Mitch McConnell in ways we've yet to hear. Many of Nate Morris's jabs falling flat as he was the most thoroughly booed of the 3 candidates because of his attacks on Mitch McConnell.
A few years ago, right here on this stage, Daniel joked that Mitch McConnell was his wife's grandfather. Well, I've got some breaking news for you all. I just received the DNA results, and it turns out Mitch McConnell is not your wife's grandfather. But in fact, Mitch McConnell, Daniel, is your daddy.
You told him good job after sort of everything he said. Yeah. What was going through your mind?
Well, I'm a sportsman, man, and I show sportsmanship. It's not something that Nate does. We can be respectful. That's not Nate, but that is me.
Now, some would say his campaign reminds him of a fart. It stinks, it's unproductive, and it's a sign that the emitter is full of crap.
As Kentuckians, we're all profoundly grateful to people who take it upon themselves to right the wrongs of woke liberals, like the guy who had to reverse radical environmental commitments, eliminate racial DEI policies, and correct a bunch of bad decisions that led to financial ruin.
McConnell did not address the candidates vying to replace him, instead saying this about President Trump.
He turned Iran's nuclear program into a pile of rocks. I saw the president last week at the White House. We talked about his decision to bomb Iran and to keep helping Ukraine fight Putin. I told him he made the right call.
Hours earlier at the Graves County Republican breakfast, McConnell making a last-minute appearance at one of his favorite events. To a 45-second standing ovation. Daniel Cameron and Andy Barr each standing to clap. Nate Morris silent and sitting. McConnell responding to Morris, who's called the 83-year-old possibly the nastiest politician in the history of the state.
Now, I've heard, surely this isn't true, but I've heard that one of the candidates running for my office wants to be different. Now, I'm wondering how you'd want to be different from the longest serving Senate leader in American history. I'm wondering how you'd want to be different in supporting President Trump. Let me just tell you, a little quiz. Which of Kentucky's 2 Republican senators supports President Trump the most? It's actually me.
The lone Democrat in Kentucky's Senate race, State Representative Pam Stevenson of Louisville, declined to attend Fancy Farm. Well, a statewide manhunt in Montana after 4 people were killed in a shooting at a bar yesterday continues. It happened in Anaconda in western Montana. The shooting suspect, 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown, is at large and believed to be armed and dangerous. It's not yet clear what led to the shooting. The suspect's house in Anaconda was cleared by SWAT, and officials believe Brown may now be in a nearby town of Stumptown on foot. And in northwest Tennessee, authorities are looking for a man accused of killing a family of 4. Their baby was found abandoned. Officials are offering a $15,000 reward as they search for 28-year-old Austin Robert Drummond. On Tuesday, the family was found along a road in Lake County. They say Drummond was last spotted 80 miles south in Jackson. The baby is now safe, and they're urging residents to stay alert. The youth-centered and youth-led inaugural Roots of Change Youth Summit was held today. This event provided a space for young people to discuss their needs and concerns directly with community leaders. It was held at the Rahman Ali Center. They facilitated panels and breakout sessions on topics like community safety, advocacy, career development, and leadership skills. We spoke with one of the employees on how these sessions will help young people.
I really want them to leave with confidence that they can be involved, a comfort almost that they are part of the city and that they can be involved in any way that they see fit for their needs and the friends that they have.
White hopes adults will recognize the engagement and care of the younger generation in the city's future.